170, 175 stakes winners. Sorry, there's 170. It's 173, 175. I can't really say that. They were stakes winners. So he's doing very well. So sorry, 2007. Sorry, he had 15 sons that stood around the globe in 2017. Sorry, 15 in 2017. And he's got 18 sons now. So he's been doing well over the years. So this year he's got 18 sons now. This is the latest brochure here, 2021. This is the latest brochure here now. I have here now. So he's doing magnificently now. So he's been doing very well. Our man, the king. Well, they said they have a new slope and source of speed, but to me he'll always be the king of speed. Don't care what that book says. He'll always be the king of speed in my eyes. Here's a photograph of him at the stables now with Michael Kelly, Jaffer. As I said, unfortunately none of these are dated, these photographs. I love this one. I did this this a close-up shot of him, a head shot. So she's doing that shot of him. As you can see his face, you never think he was the age he is. You never think he was in his 20s at all. Yeah, that's shot too. There's another one here at the stables. There's another one of them now. It's a very old photograph because you can see that the uniform, that's one of the old uniforms. That's one of the old uniforms. And you can see the wood and the doors at the background, it's very light. See the wood and the stables doors now, it's very dark. It's very dark now, the wood it's a lot darker now, it's not light anymore, it's not very dark. They've then darkened the wood and the stables doors. This is a shot of him now at his statue with Michael Kelly. I've got a better photograph. I've got the picture in its full entirety as well. This is him in his stable. He was always in number 7. A lot of the stallions were always moved around to different stables, but Invincible was never moved. He always stayed in number 7. Now this is the same picture. Now that's the picture now in its entirety. Now you can see Invincible's whole body here. As you can see, he looks like as if he's looking at himself. Looking at himself there. He's looking, wondering, what is that? What is that? Is he what? You actually wonder, does he actually know that that's him he's looking at? There's a lovely shot now of Stallion Man, Paul Croak. This is Paul Croak now with Invincible. Looks like a recent photograph of the last year, 2 years ago, I'd say. Just a lovely shot of him there. The beautiful horse, you can see, you never think he was in his 20s at all. He looks so youthful. He looks very youthful for his age. You'd never guess he was the age he is, This is very recent now. You can see the hat, like one of those hats. It's the exact same hat as that. Brilliant shot. This is him now in this paddock. There's another shot now. That's the front of the hat that I just showed you a second ago. That's what it looks like. It's the Gale Force 10 hat. The Gale Force 10. It's a beautiful shot. You can see his doors open at the background. What was that? He was walking him out. They're obviously exercising him or something. Because they often exercise the horses, walking up and down the stable, you know. This is a lovely shot. Now this is Liam's, one of Liam's favourite shots. And Michael Kelly and Daffer, he had a very close relationship with Invincible. You can see the connection there, and if you look at the photographs, they had a very close connection. They worked together for such a long time. This is one of his old posters, Invincible's old posters. This is very unusual now. This is him walking freely on his own with no handler apparently. There's nobody leading him there, which is unusual for the stud to let any horses roam free, you know, and roam free unaided, because usually it's very dangerous for a horse to go wander off on their own unaided, you know, outside of their paddocks. You know, the stud would never usually let that happen. Let horses wander off, you know, on their own, you know, unaided, or that any staff around. You know, they never let the horses run around like that freely on their own without any staff. You know, leading them. Like, they always make sure that the staff were with them at all times. So it's very, very dangerous for a horse, especially a stallion, to go wander off like that. That's very, very dangerous to let that happen. Very dangerous. Especially stallions, because they're very high strung. Anyone could get injured, you know. Just another photograph of that actual day that I showed you earlier on. That old photograph I showed you earlier on, and that's the same day again. Duchess of Cornwall, Camilla Parker Bowles with Michael Kelly, Living Letters paddock area. This is in flight. This is in full flight now. This paddock. There's another shot of him at his statue. I think I've actually preferred this photograph better than the other one. But then the other one's very good as well, because he looks like he's connecting. And it's a recent photograph, as you can see. It has his name up, and they have his name up there as well. They put his name up beside his neck, beside his statue there, because that's brand new. It's very recent. It was 2019 when it was unveiled. It was unveiled in 2019. No, in September 2019 it was unveiled. This is a lovely shot here. I don't recognise this guy here now that's walking. I don't know who this guy is now. This is John Dunlop. I showed you this photograph. I showed you all these photographs before in my last film. I want to show it to you again because it's been his birthday. This is John Dunlop. This was his former trainer. He sadly passed away. He was Invincible's former trainer. This is him now with Invincible at the Stallion Stables. I'm not too sure when it was taken. It looks very recent. There's a lovely shot of him here now. Great shot. I love this photograph. This is him grazing in his paddock here now. It's one of the stallion trails, obviously. Looks like it was raining. Looks like that's a raincoat that your man is wearing. This is him in his paddock. He has an awful tendency doing that to me on that time, turning his back on me, putting his bum in it. An awful terror of doing that sometimes. Now I'm going to see if I can show you some videos on YouTube. I've already saved his name into the search, into the YouTube search. This is him immortalized.
Invincible by name, invincible by nature. At the age of 22, Invincible Spirit is still one of Europe's leading sires, and this past season he has further added to his credentials as one of the best stallions we have ever seen. Synonymous with his home, the Irish National Stud, he has been forever immortalised there, and business intern Rob Shackelford tells us about why he's such a great sire.
When he was in training with John Dunlop, he only ran a couple of times as a 2-year-old, and then he got a slight injury as a 3-year-old, which sort of set him back, but it was probably a blessing for him. He was able to sort of develop that a bit more physically, and then, like I said, he just got better and better. He sort of rose through the ranks, and culminating in that in the Group 1, the Haydock Sprint Cup, which is a real stallion-making race and a proper Group 1 sprinter that proved that he was. I was actually at Newmarket. It was one of the first race meetings I ever went to as when I was growing up, was watching Fleeting Spirit win the July Cup, and obviously just watching his stallion career sort of thrive over the years, he's still breaking records even now. Magna Grecia winning the 2000 Guineas was his first British Classic winner, so even at 22 he's still achieving, breaking new ground. And he's achieved a lot in that time, 123 group winners and stakes winners. He had an unbelievable year last year. He had 19 stakes winners, 3 Group 1 winners. Obviously, Magna Grecia won a Group 1 last year and was obviously trained on. Royal Meeting won a Group 1 in France. And then, of course, he had Eqtidar that won Royal Ascot. So, he's ticking all the boxes still, and he's unbelievable for a farm like us. And I think it's well documented that when he sort of first came to stud, You know, he was a €10,000 horse, and he's done all the hard work himself. You know, he just put so much quality into his stock, and you know, they're sales horses, they're race horses, and now they're stallions as well. You know, you look at horses like Kingman, and you've got Charm Spirit there as well, and you've got more exciting horses to come through as well, like Shalar and Territories. And we're lucky here, we stand National Defence, who's the champion 2-year-old by Invincible Spirit, and we have his first foals on the ground, and they're absolutely unbelievable as well. We're delighted with them. So, you know, he was an unbelievable racehorse. He's a great sire, and now he's turning into a great sire, so he really is leaving his legacy on the industry. He looks in great shape. The guys here have been here for a long time and know exactly what he likes and doesn't like. You know, he has his breakfast in the morning, does a bit of work if he needs to, and goes straight out to the paddock. So mentally, he's brilliant. His fertility is still absolutely phenomenal. And he's sort of limited to 120 mares each year just to sort of keep a cap on him. But if he had any choice, you know, he'd still be in the 200s. You know, he's well able to work, and he's still as enthusiastic for the game as ever. So it's great to see, and he still looks in fantastic shape. So it's a credit to everyone here that has anything to do with him. Every tour that goes around the place, you know, Invincible Spirit is the subject, and of course, you can see behind me now we have the limestone statue, sort of made by Simon Carmel. It started out as a 19-ton slab of limestone, and he's managed to carve out a statue of Invincible Spirit, which, you know, is a real tourist attraction, and he certainly won't be forgotten around the place. And yeah, it's a great story to tell, and it's great for everyone to see, and I think you'll agree, it looks magnificent behind me. So that's his legacy forever here now.
Yeah. Sorry about that. He's gone back to the home page. Now, I showed you this before in my last video. I'd like to show it to you again. This is the creation of his statue. This is the creation of his limestone statue. This is all the different stages of his of its built of the building of the statue. The different stages of its build of his building of the statue being built. Different stage, all the different steps of it being built. This is the limestone statue that's in the Arsenal stud of Invincible Spirit. This is the video now of it being made, sculptured. something else, isn't it? But this is one of Invincible's races now.
Could be the last. Off go the blindfolds, and the Japanese mare Airthul jumped off really fast on the near side. Malhoob's right up with the leaders, and Mount Abu on the outside as they come through the first furlong. Invincible Spirit is tracking the leaders, but Airthul is up with them with Malhoob, Frenchman's Bay, and then Invincible Spirit, and on the near side 3 points as they come through the 4 furlong marker, and Airthul just in the lead from 3 points on the near side. Then Malhoob comes next, Invincible Spirit, Mayball and Twilight Blues are tracking the leaders, along with Mount Abu on the stream right of picture. Danehurst has a lot to do as they come now to the 2 furlong marker, and still just in the lead Airthul, with Malhoob now taking it up from 3 points. Malhoob 3 points and Airthul, then Invincible Spirit trying to get there, then Twilight Blues, but Malhoob and Richard Hills have the lead as they come inside the final furlong from 3 points. Continent is finishing very fast on the near side, and Invincible Spirit's trying to get to them as well. Malhoob and Richard Hills from Invincible Spirit on the far side. This is going to be very close indeed. Invincible Spirit and Malhoob, nothing between them. Fredo third as well. Between on the far side Mayball, Oriental, and 3 points. Continent's run came to an end at the finish, but that is very tight indeed. It's a photo between Invincible Spirit number 4 and Malhoob number 5 on the card, and a 3-way photo for 3rd place as well. It'll be very interesting to see the creep as they come up towards the line, and it definitely looked from where we were as if Invincible Spirit just got there, and it certainly looks like it there as well. But you've always got a chance on the near side, don't